position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 14, Musa Diabate. At power forward, 6 feet 7, number 0, Miles Bridges. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 7, number 24, Brandon. The other forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 7, Hornets. At the other guard position, 6 feet 7, number 1, LaMelo Ball. Your Hornets head coach is Charles Lee. These are your Charlotte Hornets.
And the starting group for Chicago. They've got Isaac Okoro. Jalen Smith is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Jones in at the point. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Grant, as the season draws to a close, most individual player stats are becoming more solidified.
And that can affect players' mentalities, B.A. Since certain numbers may bring bonuses or trade interests, meanwhile, winning still has to be job number 1.
Now here's Ball. Miller on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Giddey into the lane. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
You're pushing the pace. Giddey using some speed to get his shot.
Ball surveys the floor. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Giddey. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. On the wing, Jones. Off target from outside. And here's Charlotte. And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
And Ball gets it to go.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if Ball gets a look that he likes.
It's Giddey on the wing. Guarded by Miller. For 3, Smith. And he buries his first look.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Ball. Playing Orlando, he was nearly unstoppable. Fires for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Here's Giddey. After the basket by Charlotte. Picked by Smith. And it's Giddey missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Screen by Bridges. The 3 from Ball. Diabate.
An absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied there.
Chicago's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside Giddey. The Bulls need to get off a shot. For three, Smith can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. The Hornets have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. The Bulls with another miss. The Hornets with a lead. A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knippel is a constant threat on the perimeter, Fred.
Yeah, Knippel is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
Here's Miller. Again, Charlotte.
Check out Miller showing off his pure shooting ability in the mid-range. So smooth.
Left side, Giddey. There's 1:12 left to play in the first. Jones' shot is good.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. And once that happens, then you're in trouble.
So both teams changing it up here. Let's see the stat sheet here for Kobe White. Pass to Bridges. Back to White. 6 on the shot clock. Cashes it in from 11 feet.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Sexton. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14.5 a game. The shot by James, no good. Chicago has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Sexton looking around. To the inside, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
It's a tie game in Charlotte, and we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
McNeely is out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's James. Then it's Kobe White. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Now here's White. And in that win against the Magic, he's another guy who really played well. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Here's McNeely. Yet to see a basket. White, the pass to Bridges. James, outside. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. White for three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside Sexton. Pass to Kawamura. And here's Richards. Now Sexton. And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Graham, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Show some love for your honeybees.
LaMelo Ball comes in for James. Then for Chicago, Okoro is checked in for Richards. Josh Giddey comes in for Williams. And it's Jones in for Kawamura. And the free throw is good. Now leading by one. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams.
Hey, look at this, guys. It was like, once he was in the air, he was staying in the air. It's just incredible. What hang time.
And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Giddey. Good D by Ball. For Charlotte, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Now White. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. And Ball with the basket on the assist from Miller. And now a 3-point Charlotte lead. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back over to you guys.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
The Bulls trail by 5. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Sexton. No good again that time. Charlotte's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Ball. he move? That's a strong finish from Ball.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now Giddy. Celia screen on Ball. And it's Giddy off the drive. Good on the shot. Giddy's got 7. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Get up and start moving with the mascot. Let's dance.
Williams comes in for Bridges, and Knippel subbed in for White. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Buzelis comes in for Sexton. Hornets leading by 5. The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a 2-time champion as an assistant coach.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024. And that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hornets?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Looking at the young forward, Brandon Miller, just how high is this kid's ceiling, Clark?
B.A., I think he's got all-star potential. I mean, he's a multifaceted scorer, a really solid rebounder at the wing position, and a good passer, just a good all-around player who I think is only going to get better and better as time goes on.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
It's good. Ball's got 7 now in this quarter.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Giddy with it. He's picked up by Miller. Okoro outside. Pass to Giddy. Picked by Smith. Out to the wing. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Steps back and fires. Is rebounded by Okoro.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
It's Giddy on the wing. Guarded by Miller. The shot. And it's Giddy missing.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Miller against Giddy. Miller can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 10. The 3, Smith. No luck on that one. Pass to Ball. Over Jones. And so it's Charlotte ending the quarter up 10. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down. Interesting to use the term hierarchy, but I wonder, how would you guys rate our studio hierarchy?
Well, Ernest, when you try to bring out the big words like hierarchy, anyway, I think they're going to play it safe. But the hierarchy, I'm going to pass it to Shaq.
How dare you disrespect the Ernster? No, Ernie gets the throw. He's the one I trust calling the shots. Are you crazy, Kenny?
Well, all right. Good point, big fella. But only if he doesn't get to pick our ties.
And now let's roll it back to that first half. How about LaMelo Ball so far?
And one of the league's brightest young stars, LaMelo Ball, putting on a show. He makes big plays and has fun while doing it.
His creativity, Shaq, it makes the game fun to watch.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. It's a 10-point game. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. On the court for Chicago, Josh Giddey out there with Trey Jones. Then there's Okoro, then it's Buzelis, and it's Smith in at the center position.
He was free to fire at his leisure there, not much resistance.
Pass to Knippel. Now here's Bridges. Ball outside. Here's the three. Ball cashes one in from distance.
Matching threes. Ball got those points back in a hurry.
Bulls trail by 10. It's Giddey on the wing. Guarded by Miller. For three, Smith sinks the tray. Smith's got 6.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Bridges. He's scoreless. The 3 from Ball. Buzelis grabs the board. Pass to Giddey. Smith outside. Here's Jones with the 10-footer, and that one's good. Jones has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And here's Miller. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Ball. In tight, LaMelo.
Never lacking for sizzle in his game. That was a sweet move from Ball right there.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. During his career, we've seen LaMelo Ball score from just about everywhere, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he's really a talented player. I mean, he can make it hard on any defense. He's always in motion, and he knows what to do when he catches the basketball. And he's unpredictable in how he goes about it. He's a hard cover for sure.
left this year. Let's see what the playoff race looks like in the East. You take a look at the Hornets. Right now, they're in 10th place, hoping to get themselves into the playoff picture. And, of course, the Bulls, only 2 spots back.
You know, for the Hornets, their season's in danger of slipping away. But still, it's not too late. With the strong push here over the last few games, they could earn a play-in spot.
The 3 from Okoro. Hornets with the rebound.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Pass to Miller. Ball with it. 17 points in the game. Here's Diabate. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Bulls trail by 7. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Buzelis. Let's go with a 3. And again, Chicago, no good. The Hornets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Knipple. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
And Ball definitely has the passing DNA. Some of his dime drops are really sweet.
Jones from outside. The rebound by Bridges. Charlotte leading by 9. Miller on the wing. Giddey defends. Here's Knipple. Back to Miller. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And here's Charlotte now, following the bucket by the Bulls. There's a screen. Ball outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Out to Bridges. Smith with the rebound. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. Trailing by 10. Pass to Jones. Giddey against Miller. Down low. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Smith finishing with power. I like that dunk right there.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
It's time for dance game. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Next dancer. Everybody get that. Let's see those dance moves.
Group getting ready for Chicago. Yabusele, he's checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Okoro. McClung, he's checked in for Giddey. And Sexton subbed in for Jones. James up top. Pass to Knipple. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Charlotte, no good that time either. Bulls trail by 8. McClung passes to Sexton. Yabusele outside. Here's Buzelis. Outside Sexton. Shot clock at 5. Here's McClung. Drills it from deep. McClung's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, they had a rough stretch shooting in the first half. I mean, they've seemingly made the changes they've needed to make to improve that shooting percentage.
Now here's Bridges. No made baskets yet. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Here's McClung. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Pass to Williams. Chicago passing it around. Here's Yabusele. No good with the triple. Now James. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And now a 9-point Hornet lead. Here's Yabusele. And he dumps it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
And they got the last word in this quarter.
No need to rush there. I mean, he went right to the rim and made a nice, strong finish.
And we've reached the end of the third. Charlotte on top, up 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. They've got LaMelo Ball. Xavier Tillman is out there with Miller. Then it's Kobe White. That's the Hornets 5. All no good. Bulls trail by 7. Outside Sexton. Yabusele, a screen on White. Here's Giddey. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Look, when the defense leaves the mid-range open like that, you've got to punish them, or they'll keep letting you shoot it.
The Bulls shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Pass to Richards. Williams on the wing. The 3 from Sexton. And it's Tillman with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Ball right side. And here's Miller. Back to Ball. The 3. Charlotte again missing. And Williams has got the ball here for Chicago. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
They've come into the second half with a renewed focus at the offensive end, putting a lot of work and effort into it. Let's see if they can sustain it.
Now here's Ball to the middle. Here's Tillman, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Checked in for Charlotte. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
Thanks for that, Allie. It's Williams, high post, outside Giddey. Lets the three fly. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game. And that's helped them stake this lead.
It makes his presence felt from distance, Kobe White.
And here's Giddey. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Miller can't get it to go.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Williams passes to Smith. Gets rebounded by Charlotte. Diabate's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside White. The 3 from Ball. Rebound by the Bulls.
Hey, I have no idea why he's still shooting threes. He's got to find another way to be productive.
Here's Giddey. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Charlotte leading by 6. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Please give a big round of applause for your Hornets youth dance team.
He's checked in for Charlotte. Knipple comes in for White. Then for Chicago, Ellis is checked in for Yabusele. Okoro comes in for Williams. And it's Jones in for Sexton. Here's Ball. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Let's loose for 3. Another shot. And that's money on the layup.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Giddey. Using the glass to lay it in.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Here's Diabate.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Ball left side. 4 on the clock. Bridges! Can't get the 3. The Bulls trail by 6. Giddey outside. Puts up the tray. Smith. Oh, what a jam! Holding nothing back.
Nice job. They're waiting for his opportunity. Smith reeled it in for the board and the hoop.
Outside ball. 1:29 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Jackson the 3. Can't get it to go. Chicago has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Nice! That one's good.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Now here's Ball. Fires the three. Not that time.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes a three. Oh, it misses.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
It's good from beyond the arc.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Jones against Ball. Yes, sir!
Ball delivering big time, and that's real leadership right there.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Giddey scanning the floor. Connects!
I think they've looked a little more settled since the break. They had trouble getting into a flow in that first half, but their shooting's been a lot better here in the second.
So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For